Hello everyone, xHedra again here with episode 80 of Forever Stranded, a mud pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So, in the last first of all, we have a new version today. So, new version equals BQ default load and BQS loot default load. We're on version 1.9.1, which fixed a couple of things and fixed a couple of mods and removed Wayla, if I remember correctly, which is the big one because Wayla is the thing that was giving us this information and something else was put inside instead. And if you look, see, an input hatch is an input hatch, an output hatch is an output hatch. So this is something that's been fixed because now it's xHedra something, like it was just replaced by something else. So before we get too far into things, while reviewing the last episode, I discovered that I forgot to I actually threw some stuff in the wrong place. So let's look at Resturb spawner. So I have one Resturb spawner here, which might not be the right one, but also what's more important is that I have, what's it called? I put some consecrated soil in here. Basically, I want to just get back the things that I carried over from the raiding. I put some slime balls. It was one orange slime ball, so the other one I don't know where they're from. It was 2 leather, and what is there another type of slime ball? No, so 2 leather. Not that important, but if we want to look at what could have been in the beginning, it's important to see what was in there in the first place. And then bookcase, those honestly are really not important, but I want to just get them back. And some chests, basically 4 chests, and that's important to me because, as you know, I'm counting how many chests we ended up looting. So 1 restore mob spawner, 1 consecrated soil, 2 leather, 1 orange slime ball, and 65 bookcase. Perfect. Let's get rid of this and let's put it in the pouch like I should have from the beginning. So in here, all of that. Perfect. Okay, so we did some looting and we set up 4 more void ore miner, 2 while I was in the episode with you, non-time lapse, and 1 time lapse. And I put them right there. I just basically put them in easy access point. I'm going to take my dark boots out because someone suggested I tried that to make sure that I fly easier. Now I don't know what's causing all the lag in my base, and that's something I'm really sad and I find I did wrong. We had an almost lag-free base and now we have a full lag base again, and I don't know where it's coming from. But recently I did put in these sieves, so I'm going to turn them off. I'm just going to turn them off by breaking the power conduit, which means they're going to end up running out of power, and once they've run out of power, they should stop working. Okay, so that's the first step I'm going to do. As for a second step, the send tower might be another part of the problem, but that's one I do not want to touch. Because let's take a look at it. I think we're pretty close to the end. 960,000. So I feel like we should start submitting the send quest. So let's grab these 2. Let's grab some speed upgrade. Oh, I don't have any, so let's craft 30. Like so. Oh, I'm out of silicon. So cancel. Let's start with 20 only. Like this. Nope, 20 is still too much. So let's start with grinding some sand down. So compressed sand that I'm going to put in the sag mill back here, which is going to give me a lot of silicon. And the silicon's a recipe that you can't really automate because one of these could give you 20 silicon balls. But one thing that I could do is I could say that 1 compressed sand is at least 2 or 3. I could make it this way so that it would send some in here and it would expect 3 per. And sometimes you get 9, sometimes you get none, so I'm guessing it would end up evening out after a while. Let me grab some conduit. Not in this bag. What about that bag? Right here. Yeah, and I do have 2 speed upgrade. It's not that much, but it's better than nothing. So I'm going to put 2 OSS down for submission, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them so that it also receive what's coming out from here. So I'm going to put them in a pattern corner style. So let's put 1 extract right here, and I'm going to put a submission station right here. And here's okay, I wasn't setting it properly, sorry. Okay, so this one is going to be pure extract. So I'm going to set this one on pure extract. And I'm going to set it to extract on blue, and there's a reason. No, not blue, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to set it to extract on blue just so that they're all the same, and I'm going to put 2, but I'm not starting it right now. I'm going to set this one to insert on blue. And the reason I'm putting things on blue is that right here, see, it's inserting on blue. But I want stuff to start going in here, so I'm going to set this one to insert on blue. And it's just a question of keeping everything the same. I know that blue's supposed to be sent. So let me go back here to Sandy and select that quest. And the submission should start immediately because this should start inserting in here. If these are producing, are these producing? Yes, and they're grabbing. So maybe it's a question of priority. Let's up the priority on that. And yeah, we started receiving some. But we're also going to change this so that instead of putting it on insert, not on insert, we're going to put it on extract on blue, and now we're going to turn it always active. So now technically we're pulling from here and we're receiving from the whole tower back there. And I'm going to also turn on this one. And now I'm also pulling from here, so this should start getting a lot more sand. And it's going to be much faster when I put a maximum number of speed upgrade. Let me see how many speed upgrade I have right now. I never started them, but now I should be able to start 30. Yes, no problem. So let's start these 30, and while we're waiting for this, let's do the other OSS setup on the other side. So I want to put one right here, and I'm going to attach the object submission station right here. Perfect. And I'm going to set this one on Sandy also. And on reception, perfect. And like I did with the other one, I'm going to change this one to insert on blue. Insert on blue. And I'm going to set this one to now extract on blue. Not insert, on extract, on blue, always active. Perfect. So this should start receiving. Yes, it's starting receiving from the tower and from this quantum storage. But to make sure that we start extracting much faster, we'll do this one extract on blue, always active, and this one insert on blue. Because we have 1,000,000 to submit. So 1,000,000 to submit is not going to happen in 5 seconds. Although we're already at 5,000, and that's without a, 2 speed upgrade. We're going to wait for these more speed upgrade before we come back here. And in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you what I want to do. So, in the last episode, like I said, we put these void ore miner in. And the things that we did with void ore miner is based on a tips and tricks from Wendy Churchill. We changed the ratio to get 1 accuracy modifier and 11 speed modifier instead of 12. And that's based on a Reddit post that she linked in one of the comments that I forgot to put in the last episode, but I'm going to put on this one, that showed that based on multiple cycles, that was the best result. And here you can see that this is full. I wanted to check the one back there because I never checked if the power is fine. Yeah, so the power is fine here also. But the Reddit told me that these were taking 39k tick power per tick. But if you look at this, I'm only extracting 20 at a go because these cable can only do 20. And that's the other thing that I wanted to show you. I can use a probe conduit to see how much is being pulled power-wise. If you remember, we used the probe conduit to copy. But if you hold shift and you go to probe mode, if you saw on the right, it became blue instead of yellow. Now I can click on a conduit. And by clicking on the conduit, see, it's telling me that capacitor bank storage is 0 because there's no capacitor bank here. But the machine buffer is 1.5 million and it's grabbing 1.2k power per. What the heck? So this is technically not drawing any power if I'm reading this correctly. But it should be drawing 20,000 power. So, and that explains that. Oh, look at the beautiful quantity of diamond ore. So this place is unfortunately no longer working properly. So right here, this is where I make sure that I'm not putting redstone, emerald, lapis, diamond, or gold. And I think here I made sure not to extract iron ore. But at this point, I'm just doing something dumb because never going to use the iron ore. So I need to make sure that the iron ore starts leaving this place. And just to give it a hand, I'm going to grab some and I'm going to put them in there, which brings me to a tip and tricks from Duncan. For the double click transfer of something, it's Control Shift and double click the resource. Oh, so it doesn't seem to work on the trash can, but let's try here. So I don't mind pushing a couple of iron ore in my ME system. So Control Shift, double click the resource you want. And it works. So it doesn't work with the trash can, but it definitely works to transfer mass amount of stuff. If I'm looking at this, oh wow, look at all these diamonds, and I'm just going to put all of these diamond in my ME system because diamond is now being processed from my ME system. So it's not like it would be a problem. So Control Shift, double click. Perfect. It doesn't seem to work every time. You have to double click fast enough, and that might just be my lag issue again. So this should empty now, and if I look at this chest, it's fully empty. Oh, and this one's fully full with redstone. So let me grab some redstone from here because there's no point having this much redstone. And that's part of the things that I want to fix. And I'm going to throw these in the ME system. And that's basically one of the other things that I should have done. Control Shift, double click. I should have set those up to be a separate chest. I should have one for lapis, one for diamond, and one for redstone. Or I should import everything in my AE2 system and process it from the AE2 system on out. So now that this is back to working, I can use the conduit probe. Oh, and I need the conduit probe on the energy. And now I see it's pulling 20 per. So basically this has an input output of, and it's already empty. So now that it's using the power, I can prove that I'm not producing enough power. I'm going to have to resolve that. If this takes 39,000 and this takes 39,000, which is about 80, it means I need 1 nether star generator per 2. So just for my void ore miner, I need 4 nether star generator. But if I look in here, I have 2 and 1 there, and that's not counting all of my wood mob farm. But if I look in the last episode, I ended up doing some void ore miner. Let me check, not void ore miner, sorry, dimensional transceiver. Yes, 2. So that's not a lot, but that can be easily resolved. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab these because I ended up making them. I'm going to be able to upgrade my sand tower, but I'm going to do something that I wanted to do, and it might alleviate some of the lag. These redstone conduit, I'm going to create some conduit binder. Can I make 100 start? No, this is not working. Why is it not working? Compressed gravel. I don't know why the conduit recipe is not working. What if I just do the binder recipe? What about the 100 binder? Start. Okay, so that worked, but not the conduit binder. That's kind of weird, but now that I have binder composite, I'm just going to try and do it this way. What if I do this? And that works. So basically there's something in between the steps for those two. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on that. It's working for now, and I can move on with the episode. I want to make some more redstone conduit, and I'm also going to make some lever because I want to be able to stop my mob farm. I'm going to need a mob prism. Oh, I already have one, so perfect. I'm going to need some mob controllers. What are these? No. Mob controller right here. I'm going to craft one of these. Perfect. Then I'm going to get some lever. Oh, I only have 1 lever. How many mob do I have? I have 1, 2, I have 4. So I need 4 levers. So let's craft 3 more. Next, start. I'm just going to wait for them because that should be fairly fast. And now I'm going to need to make some more redstone ore. And redstone ore, if I remember correctly, is silicon, unfortunately. So silicon. I'm going to grab 32 of this, and redstone. I'm going to grab 32 redstone, and I'm just going to go throw that in one of the furnace because alloy smelter, because I didn't make a recipe for. It's not something that I'm going to use often enough to warrant it. So I'm going to be able to create more redstone conduit. redstone alloy, sorry, which is going to be imported in the system, which is fine. And we've stopped that, and we still have some lag, so I'm pretty sure that the lag is more related to my sand tower, which I find sad because they're just amazing. I thought I was so good with these sand towers. I didn't know they were going to be creating so much lag, or else I would not have put them in here. I would have put them where my tree processing base is, and I might still do that in a time lapse. So let's put some more extract here, and let's look at this. And now, oh, so we're 5% there, which is pretty good, and we have enough, I think, in here. Yeah, and we have enough in here to complete the quest. So that quest might not be finished right now, but it should be going toward completion. So, going back to the redstone alloy and the mob, the reason I'm doing that is I want to craft some more of these redstone conduit. I'm just going to make a couple like this. This should be enough. And I'm going to go set them down to be able to turn on or off my mob, and also I'm going to grab some mob, a wither skeleton, because I'm out of wither skeleton skull to craft some more, what's it called, to craft some more nether star generator. That's what we discovered like last time, that we were running out. So I'm going to need, what was it called? I'm going to need oh, there's something else I want to start. So I'm going to need a redstone torch. I'm going to show you why in a moment. And I'm going to grab some sand, a couple of stacks of sand. So sand, 1, 2, 3, 4, just a couple of stacks. And I'm going to be doing a little setup here. So someone told me that here I was doing it wrong, that there was a better way of handling this. There's either two ways. The first way is to take this and put it right here, and then I could throw this on here. Oh, turn off my magnet first. So throw this on here, which would activate. And if you have something that grabs based on the type of item, it will work. But what I want to do is a bit more involved. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down here where it doesn't matter. I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put one sand right here. And I'm going to throw all of that sand in here, because you can't do a stack of 64. It doesn't work with stack of 64. So I'm going to put all of this sand down here. And this is way too much, and it's not all going to transform, but it doesn't matter. This just shouldn't despawn fast enough. And I'm going to use the redstone torch to switch that to pulse. Like this. So now it should start pulsing. Hello? Pulse. Oh. Did I not wait long enough? Or is it in redstone? Yeah, okay. So see, now whenever it has enough power, it just transforms a couple more. It's going to take a while, but at least now it's creating, and I can go do something else while I'm doing that. And the thing that I want to do is to be able to turn on and off my mob generation, because, like I said, I'm not sure if it's part of my problem with mob generation with lag or not. So why not eliminate it? It's not like these mobs are providing me much right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break right on top of each of these things. I'm moving just a bit too much. Perfect. So one right here. And I'm going to go inside, if I can go inside. And I'm going to just fly and just go. Oh, I'm not flying, I'm just jumping now. So this is definitely a part of my problem, or else I would be flying no issue. But I'm going to bring it out right here like so, and I'm going to attach it to a lever. So by bringing it outside like this, I'm going to put a lever right here, and I'm going to use this lever to send a signal downstairs. I'm also going to put one right here, but instead of doing from up high, I'll go inside and I'll manage it from inside. Where's the other one? The other one's right here, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going just to fall on the side. Oh, I'm going to need to fly because this is not, I'm not high enough. But so like this, I'm going to put one here, and And if I go from the inside of the hole, I can put my cable going down. And this is what I'm going to use to send a signal. And I had already tested that in one of my test world, but I never was able to get it to work. And that's a tip from Duncan Webb. It's not a tip that he told me, it's a tip that I've seen in one of his videos. So the biggest problem with this is we're going to go back down and I'm going to be able to show you. It doesn't connect. If you look at this, it doesn't connect. But if you hit it with a wrench, then it connects. Which means that from this point on, I can go in here. Oh, where's my... I threw my pickaxe away. So hopefully it's in the mob bucket back there. So now I can say on with redstone signal. And then I'm going to do this with that one also right here. Oh, I'm going to do it with this one right here. From the bottom. It's either too close or too far. Oh, come on. This is getting frustrating. So right here, I'm going to take this part off. And I need to do the same thing with hit this one to say that it's on or off based on redstone signal. Like this. And finally this one back here. On and off with redstone signal. And turn it back on. Oh, and I wanted to go raiding, and now I just discovered that I kind of lost a part of my day. Because it's now +7. If it's still going up, I don't know if it's even worth going to raid right now. Let me just exit here by flying. If I can. Oi. Wow. I thought that taking my boots off would solve the problem. It's definitely not the mob generation because I just turned them all off and I'm still having the issue. That being said, I'm still going to complete the setup because I kind of like the setup. It's something that I've been wanting for a while to turn on and off my mob spawner. So let's go here, bring that over like that, and this one I'm just going to bring over here so that it's out of the way, and that's to generate zombies anyway, and I don't need it. So I'm going to put one here and this right here. Oh, gonna need to break that. And now I can do this. Perfect. And I'm going to put that back right here. So now I'm going to send a signal just because I want to make sure. Yeah, you see my Endermans are now generating again. So that is good. And while we're at it, let's get some soul vial. Oh, soul vial. And let's grab some more because we're going to need a lot more of these dimensional transceiver if we want things to work. So let's come right here, grab you. Not fast enough. Grab you, and that's 1, and that's 2, and that's 3. I just need 3 more. Come on. And I should put the switch in a better place. That I'm pretty sure of. 2 more. Oh, and I have to grab my pickaxe again. 1 more. Give me one last one, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be moving on from here. But I have to check in the chest here to get my pickaxe. Come on. One last little Enderman. Perfect. So I'm all good with that. Let's check in here if we have, not in this chest, not in that chest, and yeah, my pickaxe is right here. And what's in here? Oh, probably. Okay, so I didn't tell you about this derp, guys. But in the last episode during the time lapse, I created another Void Ore Miner controller tier 4 because I lost one and I never thought of looking in here. And look at all of this sand. And these is probably when I broke one of the chests, it all went in here. I'm not going to bother with this because there's enough of space and I don't really care right now. The other thing that I need to do is I want a way to turn this one off and on because I need a wither skeleton. Like we just discussed, I need to be able to get some more wither skeleton skull. So this is redstone on, and we're going to do it from the top. And the reason you always do it from the top again is that if you put these going that way, you might end up having a mob stuck on it, which you don't want to do. Perfect, like this. And let's go put this right there. And this is already on what we want. And we just need to, nope. That's not what we wanted to do. Don't shift click. Repeat to myself, don't shift click. Nope, that's not where we want to turn it on. So we want to remove it from there. We want to put it from under. Perfect. So now this can receive a signal, and we're going to be able to close it. But now I have to get back these blocks that I threw in the wrong place. Yeah, like so. We're going to be able to close this, and we're going to be able to turn it back on so that we can start getting one wither skeleton to put in a mob prism. So let's go like this, 1, 2, and 3, and put a lever right there, and let's turn it on. And now let's go downstairs and let's whack ourselves a wither skeleton. Come on. Is it programmed? No, it didn't work. Next one. Come on, send me another one. And these are spawning a bit less fast, I think, because... Oh, I missed it again. Wow. How to not program a mob prism. Next one. Come on. And I'm not moving from here. I'm not getting caught again and not getting one when I want one. Hello. And then I move because I just said I wasn't going to move. So don't forget I opened the top. So now there's light coming in there. So the spawners might not work as well. Might need to put some speed upgrade. But like I just said, we don't really care about these mobs anymore. I just want to be able to put it in the mob factory. And it's programmed. Wither skeleton, we can go upstairs. We can turn this off. And then we can go and set a mob factory controller and turn that on, which is absolutely what I want to do. The only thing that we might have a problem with is that we do not have a beheading enchant on any of those Woot mob farm because it didn't really matter. So I'm just going to, what's this one on? This one's on Wither, so I don't want to touch that one, and this is running out of power. So I'm really having a power problem. This one's on Zombie. I don't care for the zombie anymore, so let's break that one. Turn the magnet back on, just put this new controller right here and activate it. Now let's look at what's coming in here. Am I getting, no, I'm not getting any wither head. So I might need to put the head, oh no, I'm getting one. So I'm not getting them super fast, but it can be okay. I'm gonna have to void some stuff though. So let's go back in here, and I'm just going to turn off whatever zombie because let me check at my gold. I think I have so much gold that it doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, 5,300 block, and my gold quest is submitted. So I don't want this zombie anymore, and I don't want, what's that one? If it's zombie also, I don't want it either. Here you go. So I just saved a bunch of power, and there's nothing stopping me from putting them back on if I want to. So for the time being, let's just do that. And now let's go back inside and see our soul sand production. Although I do hope they didn't despawn, there is a potential that I waited too long and they despawn. And the only thing I would have wasted is a little bit of power, which is not the end of the world. And they did despawn. So that's really sad. Which means I waited too long. I really thought that they wouldn't despawn that fast. I thought I would get a chance of coming back here. So let's do this again. Let's put these in here. Oh no, now I have to turn my magnet back off. And you can't turn your magnet back off when you're in that mode. So now it should be off. Yeah, it is. I'm going to throw all of this in here. Like so. And I'm going to take a quick trip, mind you, not a super long trip. And I'm just going to go and put the ender head, these ender soul vial in here, so I can start 6 more end crystals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now I should be able to start 6 end crystal and crystal. Ender crystal, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Start. I'm also going to start some tormented head. Oh, Okay, easy solution. Go to crafting. Ender resonator. Whew, I wasn't even close. So 6 of these. Start, and I'm going to start some capacitor. And I'm going to need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And start that. Also, this is all for my dimensional transceiver. And dimensional transceiver also needs some electrical steel. So let's craft, if I'm doing 6 times 4, hey, it's not 32, Creator 8. 6 times 4 is 24. You should know that by now, man. Derp. Don't yell at me in the comment, please. So the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I was just like 6 times 4, 32, and then move on and create stuff. And I think Creator 8 really found that one funny. Do I have anything in here? So nothing of importance got in here. Some dragon breath that I'm going to use for the crafting of my power source. Let's go back here. And it's still not finished creating. Okay, so I told you guys I want to create a power source. I want to create a power source room. And the idea that I've had for the power source room, I want to basically put that in the tech city. The reason I want to put it in the tech city is that I already have AE2 access there, and I can transfer nether star there, because I'm going to be putting a couple of nether star generator. Let me just look at nether star generator. Nether. I should be starting to get some stuff. So I want to create 3 more of these. So let's do 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack. And let's go. Update. 1, 2, 3 stack. Perfect. Is this all transformed? Nope, but it's getting close to it. And the next step is doing this. So I want to create, how many wither skeleton skull do I have though? Because I'm going to need, if I want to create 3 stacks, I'm going to need 6 stack. And really? Let's search on skull. Oh no, I'm on craftable only, sorry. 42. So I don't have enough, probably because I haven't started importing stuff. Let me turn back that off right now. Like so. And then I can show all of this in here. Like so. And I should have used a control shift click. It's something that's new to me, so it's something I'm going to have to start getting used to over time. So that's done. That's done. And oh, I have to make sure that I'm inputting stuff correctly in here. And I'm going to come in here and it's going to be jam-packed. Yeah. So I'm going to void the bone. I'm going to void the coal because I don't care. I'm going to void the drop of evil. I'm going to void that kind of bow and that kind of bow. So let's see if I can void all of that. No. Oh, wow. Just click on that. Perfect. So this type of bow, that type of bow, drop of evil, bones, coal. And the reason I'm voiding all that is I already have so many of these that it doesn't matter anymore. Perfect. So all of that is voided. I'm going to void the leather armor also. Let me click right here, and oh, I have just enough for the leather armor. So if there's anything else that I need to void, I'm going to need to do it through a second pipe. Let me just put that in here, and now I need to import the wither skeleton skull. The problem is I can't see them in my ME system if I don't put them in a drawer. So let me check at the drawers that I have, and I have some basic oak drawer right here. I'm going to try and put those on top. 1, 2. So necrotic bone, not what I want. Hopefully one of the next one. A gold armor, not what I want. So I'm going to have to force it to get what I want. Oh, so all of this left, which means I should be good now. Yeah, I have some skeleton skull here. Now if I look in here, I have 136, which is amazing because now I can do nether star generator like this, and I should be able to, with 156, I should be able to get 1 stack of these before I run out. 1 stack. And should I try a second stack right now? No. Let's just do the next step and say let's do these. So all of these should give me 8 level 2. Oh, and I'm out of dragon's breath. So I need some dragon breath, which means I need one of my, I'm out of dragon breath. But there's an easy solution for that, because if I come right here, I also have a ender dragon mob controller, so I just need to go and put that down. And I just stopped 2 of them, so it shouldn't be a problem. This is like high-end production stuff. So let me just put that right here. I'm going to use the first one that I see and put it here like so. Perfect. And now I can go back inside, but which means I'm going to have to now process dragon breath and dragon eggs. So let's go back here because these are new resource that my system will not know what to do with. So dragon breath already 32. This is pretty amazing. And I'm going to remove this. Remove this. Oh, come on. It's going to run out of things to put in there at some point. Perfect. So now this is locked on dragon's breath. And I'm just going to void these things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I'm counting. It's helping me not put things I don't want. And I have dragon eggs also that are going to be stuck there. And these armor, I don't know where. Oh, they're coming from the wither skeleton. So let me resolve that. I don't have a choice. It's going to have an impact really soon. And I'm going to need some advanced filters. So let's come here. Do I have an advanced filter on me? No, these are basic item filter. And the reason you need an advanced filter and not a basic item filter is that the advanced filter is the only one that can properly handle the metadata for magic spells. So I get one nether star generator right now. And I'm going to say advanced filters. And I don't have a single one. What's the crafting recipe for it? Do I have a Franken zombie? Yes, but I don't have paper, of all things not to have. Paper is crafted with this. So I should be able to make a couple of stacks. I'm just going to throw it back in here. Oh, that's a couple of stacks, all right. Okay, so from this I should be able to find my recipe for advanced filter. Come on. I should probably have searched for advanced filter from the get-go. Let's just go here and say filter and grab an advanced filter like that. And I really have no choice because we can already see that the gold stuff is going to be a problem. So I'm going to come right up here and I'm going to void it from this side. And usually I would probably want to connect it here so that they go in the repairer, but we've proven recently that it wasn't a problem. So from this side I want to extract, and I want to extract this, that, those chain, the magic boot, the golden helmet. Let me check here now. So I'm going to say boot, boot, pants, helmet, magical helmet, magical boot. I'm missing the magical pants, magical chain legging, and chain legging. And I need to put these to, how is it? Ignore metadata and ignore NBT data, and whitelist and ignore damage is already on. So these things should be getting out of here. Oh, they have nowhere to go. Have to disable that one right here so that nothing extracts from here. Disable. Is that one on? Always active. And I need to put this one to insert. Now if I come in here, these are disappearing. So I'm going to put everything back in here and see what's left. I have a leather cap that's left. So let's put the leather cap also in a slot right here. And put that back in, and I have a golden chest plate, so let's put the golden chest plate in here, like so. So there's a chance I'm going to get a magical golden chest plate, but we'll manage this if it happens. And now you have the dragon eggs, which are such little quantity that I don't mind letting those accrue in here. So perfect, we should be good now. Let's see if we can create another nether star generator. Nether star generator, like so. One stack. Oh, not one stack, 41. So great. I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I come back here. And let's just go looting a little bit. Oh no, we're not going to go loot. I'm looking at the episode time, and that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. You do understand the plan. I'm just going to come back here, and you see I have an AE2 system here. So what I want to do from here is I want to put these nether star generator around here. So I want to put one like this so I can connect a dimensional transceiver here and a dimensional transceiver there and connect them in a four-way. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have, do I have some quartz fiber? No, not some quartz fiber, some ME glass cable, not like this. Some ME glass cable. I just basically need, oh, there's one right here. So I need more of a chest is what I want. Let me grab a chest. Oh, I don't even have a chest on me. Awesome. So let me get a chest. Very simple chest like this. Let me get an export bus. And export bus. I don't have one. Can I craft one quickly? No, I need a piston for that. So piston. Oh, I'm in crafting mode again. So let's craft one piston, put it there, and I got an export bus from this. And then I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to say nether star. And I'm going to grab one nether star. That's all I need. View stored, view craftable, stored and craftable. Perfect. So now I'm going to put a chest right here. And I'm going to put an export bus right here. And I'm going to say this export nether quartz. Nope. Whew. So I'm going to throw that back in. It's nether star, like so. And I'm going to say nether star, and it's going to start bringing here. But that's not going to be fast enough. Let's grab 2 acceleration cards, should be more than enough. Like so. And now the beauty of this is I can put the item conduit like so. And make sure that things are coming in here like this. Extract always active, and I'm getting nether star, and I'm getting power, which means that I hit screenshot by mistake. So energy conduit, where are my energy conduit? These I want to craft 20, I think. Start. This is always fast. And now I can grab my dimensional transceiver, the last 2 that I had, right here, and I'm going to put one in the corner here, one right here, and I'm going to do exactly what I told you guys. I'm going to connect like this and that, and one here and there, which means that technically I'm going to be extracting 40 per side. So I have a void ore miner 1 and 2. I'm going to create void ore miner 3, add, and I'm going to put that to send, and I'm going to call this one void ore miner 4 and add it here, and I'm going to set it to send. Oh, did you see how easy that was? I completely forgot to give you one great piece of news. I did an update on my my graphic card, and since my graphic card upgrade, things are working much better. So much better that I can now play 1.7.10 mod pack. So I will be able to get started on Galactic Science the moment that I'm done with this series. Because Galactic, that's the second piece of good news from Creator 8. Galactic Science 2 is out. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to use Void Ore Miner 3 to receive. I'm going to go back to this one. So it's in beta mode right now, Galactic Science 2, but with a good chance of it coming to fruition by the end of the summer, or even before that. Which technically means that if it would give me time to finish Galactic Science 1, which is an amazing mod pack, and I hope that you guys are going to follow me on that journey, and if not, I'll be back on Forever Stranded 2, so just maybe keep me on your list so that the moment Forever Stranded 2 is out, I'm going to start playing that because I'm a big Sheridan fan. So no, I'm not getting any power. I'm on Void Ore Miner 4 here. And this is powerless. And oh. No! I'm getting my flight from the beacon. And now there's no more beacon. There's no more power. Oh! I'm going to have to put that back on and use double jump to come back here. And there's something wrong with my dimensional transceiver. So I'm going to have to come in here and look at this. This is Void Ore Miner 3. I'm going to put back the main nether base as a receive, just so that I can remove that and still have my flight. and I have my flight back. So we're just going to do one quick jaunt back. I think I know what the problem might be. Oh, not there. I think I know what the problem might be, and they're back. My eyes are back. My drawing of the eyes are back. I think this might just not be chunk loaded. So this is void ore miner 4 send, void ore miner 3 send, and now that I'm here, oh, this is not filling with power. Why is this not working? So I have power here, void ore miner 3, and why do I not have power here? Void ore miner 4. But this is full of power and it's not extracting anymore. So maybe it does stay chunk loaded and I'm just not looking at the right place. Let me go back to my base. And just to make sure that we're still good, what's this one on? This one's on void ore miner 3 and main nether base. So the other one's on void ore miner 4. And it's empty. Is it producing? Oh, it is producing. Okay, so it's that they're pulling 40 each and we're inputting 40 only. Oh no, although I'm only outputting 20. So I'm taking everything out as it's coming in. So it's working not at max capacity, but close enough for now because I don't have Nether Star Generator. The problem is that these were using more power than the nanobot beacon could get, which means I want to do one quick modification. Dimensional transceiver should be able to craft a couple more now. Oh, only 2. Why? I'm out of fused quartz. Great. Fused quartz, craft. Let's just do 30 so that we have some. And I'm going to put this right here, like so. I'm going to break this away. And I'm going to set this one to main base nether receive. And the reason I'm doing that is I want this to be powered, and main base nether is going to be using a minimal amount of power, which means it should never be a problem. Let me just grab all of these because they're expensive and I want to use them somewhere else. But now I should be good. I'm going to remove all that. Perfect. I'm going to come in here. Oh. And this one now should be, it's using the max power. So everything that's coming in here, I'm going to remove the main base nether from it. Remove that. And I'm just going to make it void ore miner 3. And it's keeping at a minimal buffer, which means it's coming in. And if I'm looking at the probe, conduit probe, and probing this conduit, oh, 0. Because it's an average over 5 seconds. I think that this is misleading. I'm pretty sure that there is power coming over there because you see the machine buffer moving all the time. It's just that it's over 5 seconds. It's 1 second that it receives and 1 second that it doesn't receive. Let me check all of these. There should be things coming in here. What I'm going to do is, okay, so they might not be chunk loaded. I have really no way of verifying that. I'm going to have to put a chunk loader just to make sure, because also this is empty and this is getting nothing anymore. So that's the last thing I'm going to do. Chunk loader. Going to craft one of these quickly. We're going to go put it down like this, and we're going to make it a minimal size so that it has no impact. And once that's verified, we're going to go to a time lapse where the time lapse is going to be about me making sure that I'm starting to fix my base, so that in the next episode I can show you everything that I fixed. So I'm going to put this down right here, and I'm going to make it show laser. Does it include all of this setup? Yeah. So I laser. So now there's no more reason. This should be chunk loaded and it should be getting power. This is moving quickly, which means the power is going somewhere. Now I come back to my base, and if I go look at those 2 things back here, and during my time lapse I'm going to have to reload. So now, yeah, now I'm getting more power in here, and if I'm hitting this, yeah, it is using 20. So it was a chunk loading issue. I should have done some research on that before, and things are coming in. So part of my cleanup is I'm going to make some space to set the managing of all those type of resource. And I'm going to end this episode on taking a look at my send quest to see how far along we are. I think we're half. every time I leave this area, does it mean that the OSS system stops submitting? Oh god, this is scary. Oh, but the 500,000 got in there anyway. So I didn't lose anything because there's 543 in here and 500,000 in here, which means that next episode we're going to have finished this quest. So guys, like I said, I'm going to make some dimensional transceiver. I'm going to move all my power to the tech city back there now that it's chunk loaded, so that everything regarding power will be back there. I'll probably move my sieving, or prepare to move my sieving somewhere else. And I'm not sure, but I might also look at moving my send tower once my send quest, although my send quest is done in the quantum storage, so I could move it. So I'm going to prepare all that for the next episode, but I'm only going to do these stuff moving in the time lapse. I'm not going to use episode time for that. But I'm going to separate the concern of my base over multiple chunks in place where there's not going to be any lag effect. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.